We are currently waiting for parts to fix the drive shaft. Well, not so much fix the drive shaft as in ordering a custom drive shaft and switching the yokes out to a 1350 series. So today I'm going to start taking care of some issues that have been more annoying than anything. This truck has the old SM465 4-speed with granny low. It's nice, I like it. Sucks that it doesn't have overdrive, but it does have that super low range. It's like stuff like that. But one thing that drives me crazy about this is having about 3 to 4 inches of slop. That's down in first gear, so we've got a lot of slop there. Second, same. It's pretty much the same for all of them. So I tried to teach the wife how to drive this thing, and it basically feels like it's got 4 to 5 neutrals, so she has no clue how to put it in gear. So we're just all over the place. So we're going to take this off and try to weld the little tab that's on it that goes into the shift forks. We're going to see how that works. I'm going to measure this to actually see how much play we have in it now versus how much when it's done. I'm going to pull it all the way over to the left. Kind of hold it there. So we've got about 1.5 inches in first gear. So Alright, now that that's out of the way, so it has this little cup here that you have to push down and spin counterclockwise to get it out of its grooves. So, got a roll pin on each side, and this slips down there. You compress that spring and cup and just spin it clockwise, and that's it. Now this should be able to pull this cup and spring up. And again, want to make sure you're in neutral before you do this. So it should just pull right out. And then get out of the truck without getting grease on shit. So here's the issue we're facing. From the factory, they come with this little tack weld down on that portion. Then it comes with a roll pin. Now those wear out. This is going to slide down into your shift fork. And this is where we're getting all the extra movement from. So we're going to clean this up. And then I have a super cheap Harbor Freight welder. And we should also note that I'm in no way, shape, or form a professional welder, but I'm pretty sure I can clean that up with a wire wheel, some degreaser, and stick metal to metal together. So we've got it all cleaned up. It's about as good as it's gonna get. Actually could not find my wire wheel. I guess it's somewhere with my 10mm sockets. But I want to point out again that my cracks are, well, the factory spot welds are not broken. So I'm assuming most of the slop is coming out of this. And cleaned it up with a wire brush and went ahead and ran some brake clean on it. Got it about as clean as I'm comfortable with. I think it'll be alright. So we're just going to tack here, tack the bottom side, weld a bead all the way around. Then we'll probably come through and just fill that in. See how it goes. So we got that done. Like I said, I am not a professional welder, and that is looking ugly, but I'll clean it up with a flap disc. I'd say that area, not too bad. I mean, considering with what I'm working with, definitely had a lot of oil running off. I'm pretty sure there was fire or two, but I think it's going to be all right, and I'm fairly confident in the fact that that thing's going to hold a whole lot better than it was. All cleaned up. I mean, like I said, that weld is not pretty and definitely contaminated. But as far as cleanup, I really just went off this shaft and tried to make sure there wasn't going to be any interference with whatever that cup sits into. So we'll go with that. As you can see, there's no movement now, so let's test it out. Something I want to note before I go all the way back together. So I had to actually pull it out a few times and clean up this weld some more through here. It looks like I got a little too high up on the bottom end of that cup. So I actually kind of had to go off of this angle. And you can kind of see it there. Let me grab something flat. So, well, no, that's not how I do it. Kind of had to go off this piece of bar here and angle it back in towards the cup. I guess where it seats on that cup, it needs to be able to pivot on it. So what I was having was interference down in the corner here. So I just spent a few minutes with the grinder, shape that back up, and we're gonna put it back in. I haven't put it all the way back together. I still have to put my plate on and tuck that up underneath the carpet. But I do want to say Still a little play. It's not nearly as bad as it was. Looks like about a half an inch of a play side to side. I will say front to back. Pretty much minimal. A whole lot better than it was. So I think we'll take that.